one up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
At the 44-yard line.
What? 280. Right there, 54 miles. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. This complete to Lockett. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 41, Wilson. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here. This is Carson. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up first and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down now. It's Elliott, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here we go, 46. 26.
On third down, Elliott. And an alley to run. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Started the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they go to work on a first and goal. Now Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there. Draw play. This is Carson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. On second and 12, Wilson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, 36 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. From the 30 on second down, Prescott to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
On third down, Elliott. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. They keep on the ground with Elliott. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlight showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
We're going to 52. 36. We're going to 54. Right here. Go, get out there.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott sliding out of the pocket. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A first down carry by Elliott. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Prescott from the gun. Caught by Cobb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. In their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. And the Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Check 26, check 26.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Wilson now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
54, Mike. Check. Watch 54. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay. To resume play in the second half. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Get him. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Get him. Get him. Get him.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Looking deep for Elliott. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. A gain of 3, 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught at the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 50 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. Cooper was the target there. That interception sets
zone for their offense.
What? 380. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, 12.
After the interception, here's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly there to make the grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10.
We're going to 53. There you go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, CD, we are a quarter way through the season already. I'm curious, if you look at each conference, which division race is most intriguing to you right now?
Well, can we start in the NFC?
You do whatever you want.
Because if so, let's go to the North. Because we thought it would be a tough division coming into the season because I felt like you could make a case for everyone but Detroit when the season began.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long.
Watch the pass.
Now Prescott. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 56 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Elliott. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Time to go. Night. Check the backer. Switch.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. Stepping up, he'll try and run. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, and he fires one incomplete.
Well, I haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't like a target that size. I mean, that's a big, tall receiver, and somehow he missed him anyway.
Yeah, tempting to just put it out there for him to go get it, but dangerous throw and not on target.
Yeah, sometimes even a receiver with that type of catch radius can't haul them in if they're not accurate.
Wilson. Short throw to Disley, and he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And he won't get much. 34. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
I got you. 57. Mike, 57.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott eluding the pressure right. And that's Elliott complete. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And got his man complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wilson, and he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
14. 54 miles. Let's go. Switch it.
Wilson to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Single. Check safety. Slay.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off Byron Jones. And that will write a finish to this ball game.